Hello world, hope you're having a great day. Happy 2024. A quick video to hopefully help some of you guys working from home, doing your own vehicle work at home, I should say. For the no heat issue, we could not find any other vehicles. There was just one video out there related to this, and it was vague. It was great, it was helpful, but it was vague. So this is our 98 Acura CL 3.0 V6 Premium that we cannot get the heat to work. So he got me going down the track. There's two main things that I wanted to share with you today that were not in his video, that hopefully people who watch that, like me, this will be helpful to them. One was the part numbers of these two switches. One, they're both pretty easy to get to, both under the dash. You don't have to pull the dash out or anything, but I'll show you the part numbers in a second. And then also, from his video, I have not done a bunch of research, but apparently those parts, these two switches, are discontinued from Acura. So I'm going to show you how you can do them manually, and I'll go through those part numbers specifically in a minute. So again, the main thing is no heat, and that is controlled by this guy. Okay, so there is the Denso, and I think that one there, I'll put it in the description below, which is PPGF20M20. That one again, which is the 5-pin, controls the hot and the cold. Now the one thing I wanted to show you about that, two things I guess really quickly under the hood. Okay, so this is important for the other piece that I'm getting ready to show you if you want that to work. Okay, so it's going to be hard to see, but if you see down there exactly where my light is, which is not going to be easy to see with this app that I'm using, right there. You see, when you get underneath your hood, you'll see there's a little lever there, and there's a little wire on that little post right there. Okay, you can take that wire off, and with that little lever pushed all the way back like that, that is opening it up for your heat to work, and forward is for your cold. So as long as that wire is not broken and is on there, then you can manually control your heat and your cold, as long as, of course, your heater core hoses are both hot whenever you, let me show you those in case someone doesn't know. For those who don't know, so the heater core hoses, okay, obviously go right into, and they are right there. Those two right there, going into the firewall. Whenever your thermostat is fully opened, which means that the gauge on your dash is all the way up to where it would be normal operating temperature, give it like 10-15 minutes to be safe, go for a quick drive, whatever. As long as both of those hoses are hot at the operating temperature, okay, then that means that your heater core is not blocked, and so that you should have heat. So that part that I just showed to you, which is like a regulation valve that allows you to, from the dash here, to push any of these buttons and go, oh, okay, I want to have hot, I want to have cold, whatever. Then what happens is that 5-pin that I just showed you is underneath here, and you've got this lever right here. Okay, so that little mechanism, a little regulation valve thing on the bottom of it, There's a little, you know, on that slide, this guy goes in that slide right here. And then something in here moves with this, you know, electronically. And it's, you know, it switches it, you know, I guess it electronically moves that mixing valve with that pin and that post underneath the hood that I just showed to you. But if that little regulation valve does not work and you can't buy one, which I'm not sure if you can yet, then you can move this guy. If I can get it to go. See how it's moving? You can move that guy all the way. That way is cold. No, excuse me, it's hot. That's hot. You pull it back this way, all the way, that's cold. And then somewhere in the middle is probably all the other ones. So obviously it's January, even though we're in Mesa, Arizona, it still gets in the 30s at night. So you can manually do that, which I'm going to tell my son to do that on Monday morning in school, getting ready to go to school. Just go, you know, obviously the daytime, if you want to have cold, son, to go underneath there and switch it back. You still have to switch it on your dash, of course. But then for moving it up and down and the different modes, same thing on this side. That has this bigger slide here. Let's get this wire out of the way. This bigger slide here that you can move. I can't remember which way it goes, but I don't want to move it right now. It's already set for him. But you can move those manually and, you know, in the off chance that we can never get one of those new regulation valves, and we can do that. Okay, for the driver's side. So again, this is the passenger side. This is the hot cold for the modes. And that slide there, this is going to be here, right? That is this one. And so it goes like this. You have a little thing here at the top, which was very helpful because that screw is way up there, hard to get to. It's an 8mm, all of these are. And this one, you just loosen it and boom, it just slid right off. So that was helpful. So this is your 7-pin, right? And this is the part numbers. So there's the Denso, and then the manufacturer looks like it's probably the Acura one. I'll find out in a few days when I call them. PP GF20M20. I'll put it in the notes below. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so again, I have tested it. I just finished testing it. He has not had heat in the morning. And I tested it before. He was right. I unhooked those valves and then went for a drive, or those regulation switches, whatever you call them, and went for a drive and tested it, and lo and behold, the heat freaking works. So it is not the vehicle, it's just those switches, thank goodness, because taking out a heater core would be a freaking nightmare that I would probably tell him to live without it. Okay guys, all the best.